Hi everybody, glad you could make it out. We wanted to make a little report here just so you could see what's been going on at the Bible Institute land. There's a lot of things going on with quarantine and everything, but there's not too many people out here on the land right now, so there's plenty of space and it's really safe. So come on, let me show you around. I want to show you the well first. Let's go. Right before we go to the well, I want to show you these white lines that are marked out on the ground. This is where we're hoping to make our fence really soon. I'll talk to you more about that a little bit later. But right in front of me here, when we have those two posts, that's where we're hoping to have our gate so that our neighbors can use this entrance so that they can get into their pieces of property as well. But that's hopefully where we're going to have the gate very soon. Here, let me show you the well. It's one of the neatest things here. Right behind me, we have our well. 16 feet under the surface here is where we found the water. And right now, during drought season, we're getting about 1,200 to 1,500 liters that go up to the hill. If you can see on this side, up the hill. I don't know if you can see the water tank up there. We'll be by it in just a second. And that's where the water gravity feeds down. So we're really pleased. The Lord has been so good to us. We have good, clean drinking water on our property. It's being used for construction right now, but later on, we won't have to buy any bottled water anymore. We're so excited about that. Hidden behind this pile of dirt that Stephen and Santiago are playing on, we have our hole here. Right now it's just a hole, but Lord willing, someday it's going to be a fish pond, and we're hoping it'll be a good splashdown place for a zip line coming down off the mountain. We've got lots of plans, and since we have water, we can now have a little pond. So pray for us that the rains will come this year and we'll be able to fill up this pond and maybe stock it. I'm hoping with a few catfish. What do you think? Hi everybody, I just want you to meet Brother Rubicel, who has been in charge of the construction here. He has a small hardware store as well as he's pastoring a church, and most of the time though he's been here working in charge of construction and really doing a great job. I'll have him say a few words and I'll be translating for you here in just a second. ¿Quiere decirle algunas palabras, hermanos?
Dios los bendiga,
Amen. May God bless you.
Dios los bendiga, hermanos. La verdad es un privilegio
privilege
trabajar
to work
para la obra de Dios en este lugar.
for the work of God here in this place.
Ha sido una bendición
It's been a blessing to my life
el poder
to be able to
colaborar con ustedes
work with you
en esta gran obra que Dios
in this great work that God is doing here.
le ha dado la visión a mi hermano y a todos los que están apoyando.
That God has given this vision of this work to Brother Andrew and the people who are supporting as well.
Aunque la obra es grande,
The work is very large,
pero sabemos
but we know
que tenemos a un Dios grande,
we have a greater God,
que Dios proveerá
and God will provide
los medios necesarios
whatever we need
en lo económico
as well as finances
para que esta obra
so that this work
se lleve a cabo
can be finished
y se preparen estudiantes
and that young people can be prepared
para la obra del Señor.
to serve the Lord.
Dios los bendiga, hermanos,
May God bless you
y
greatly,
es un privilegio para mí
and it's a great privilege
estar trabajando con ustedes.
to be working alongside of you in this work.
Dios los bendiga.
May God bless. Gracias, hermano. Dios le bendiga. This is our first building. We're so excited it's going up. So we want to show you what's going on. It'll have many uses, but mainly it'll be a kitchen and dining room with cook's quarters on top of the kitchen. Here, let me show you what it's about. As you can see, we're here in the middle of this beautiful forest, and the first section here is 6 meters wide. by 4 meters, and it'll be open just like it is right now on the 3 sides, so you can look out into the forest. It'll be a nice shaded patio, and with a concrete bench all the way around. Then inside the second door, we have a 6-meter wide by 12-meter long dining room. Right at the beginning, we might need to divide this in half to have a classroom on one half, dining room on the other, but eventually we want to be having camps of about 150 campers, so that this will be about the right size so that we can have all the campers sitting down to eat at the same time. See, we're not only having a Bible Institute here, but we're planning for pastors' retreats, family retreats, and camps. God has used these ministries side by side in many other places, and we want to see what God does here in Chiapas, Mexico as well. Now, let me show you the kitchen. Come on in. As the students or campers, when it comes time to eat, they'll be coming on the top side of this building. Well, and then there's a door on this side, the dining room, where the students will be coming in and then getting their plate of food right on that bar that's just being poured as I speak. Right behind that is the kitchen, and then we have a small room in the kitchen, which is actually a storage room, and then right in front of that it would be the dishwashing station. We'll also be having a second story on the kitchen, not on the dining room, just on the kitchen, which is 6 by 6 meters. It'll be above, and then we'll be having, Lord willing, a space to where initially we might live there until our house is done. Second, we might have might use it as a boys' dorm for a while until the boys' dorms are built. But eventually, it'll be cook's quarters, and perhaps a teacher and his family might come to live here. All right, well, this is our kitchen and dining room. It's almost halfway done. Let me show you some of the roads that have been built as well. We were struggling a lot. In fact, we were working in machetes most afternoons with the Bible Institute students. But finally, what we were able to do, through the funds that were provided by a very generous church, we were able to get a backhoe and come in and help build the rest of this road. It was something that we just couldn't do with shovels and pickaxes. It doesn't cost very much to get the backhoe here, and really, what he does in 1 hour, what we could do in 10 days. So it really was a huge blessing. You know, there's no way we could have done this without your help. Thank you for praying for us, and thank you for giving. Right where we're walking right now, you couldn't have walked a year ago, just even a few months ago. However, through a lot of hard work and dedication, we've done a lot on our side, and many of you have done a lot on your side as well. So I'm just pleased to see what God's doing when God's people start working together, both in the States and here in Mexico, all working together, serving the Lord and preparing this place so that we can have teachers and preachers going out to serve the Lord. All right, now let's go up to the second level. Well, welcome to our plateau. This second level here is really a beautiful place that we're going to be making most of our buildings, Lord willing. First of all, you can see how flat it is. The part that we just came up is a pretty good incline. However, this flat part here, you can see how we've cleaned out the brush amid the trees. Lord willing, we're hoping, basically from where we're standing over that direction, to make 6 cabins for the guys. Right in the middle, up in this direction, we're hoping to make our house. And then on the other end of the property, on that side, we're hoping to make 6 dorms. Each dorm is about 22 feet by 22 feet. And bottom 3 layers of will be block, and then the rest wood of that. So we're talking a medium-sized wood cabin with about 6 bunk beds, so enough space comfortably for 12 young ladies or young men to come and learn about the Lord. We're still saying this by faith. We can't see it yet, but we know that the Lord's going to provide, just like He's provided for this land, just like He's provided for this first building that's going up as we speak. Now, let me show you our water tank. It's really big. Here it is. This is our water tank, 2,500 gallons. It's almost full every day. We're pumping out water from the well. Also, you can see how high up we are compared to the building we were just visiting just a few seconds ago. This is far enough up to where we have plenty of good water pressure. The gasoline run pumps it up here, and then gravity feed will send it down. Now we need one more of these tanks to put a little further up the hill to supply all the guys' dorms, the girls' dorms, and our house as well. Also, as we walk in this direction, you can see that we have some block here. Each pile is about 600 blocks, so we have 6, 12, 18, 2,400 block here, ready to build the house. We also have about 700 brick as well. So we've got the material started. And as soon as the builders are done with this first building, we're going to be starting to build our house. We're excited to see how God's provided this. Now, let me remind you, this is not something that I've done. This isn't something that I can boast about. This is something that God's done. God provided for the property. God brought us here. God provided for the funds. God provided the people. I mean, a pastor who's also a builder, and he's available and ready to help. Isn't that amazing? God has put all of this together. Now, there's been a lot of hard work, and there's also been some very generous people who helped us a lot. And so thank you for your part. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for helping support. Now, there's one thing in closing. Just as we're leaving this beautiful place, this beautiful forest, would you please pray for us? Help us pray that God would provide the next step. I don't know what God's going to do here yet. I don't know how big this is going to get. Right now, we have quite a few acres, and we're working the small part of them, which is all we can do right now. However, we need a fence, and we want to be starting as soon as possible a good vegetable garden to help people around us. Would you consider helping us in something like this? Would you consider helping us get that fence? Now, I'm not asking for myself. These vegetables, well, I'm more a meat and potatoes guy myself, but these vegetables that we can grow would really help the people around us, especially those that have lost their jobs. So would you consider helping us to be able to share the love of Christ to Christians and people around us who are going through a time of dire need because of the coronavirus? Thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you so much for what you've allowed God to do through you. To God be the glory. God's been with us, and He'll be with us till the end. God bless you.